phone to my ear, the voices of Natsuki and MC fading into the background as Monica turns off speakerphone. Yuri? Yeah. Do you know if she's going to be okay? Long term? I feel uncomfortable being asked this, especially with Sayori right in front of me listening. Also, I don't really know anything. Sayori looks fine, but is there any damage from oxygen deprivation? Will they be able to help her with her depression and suicidal tendencies? I begin to stammer a bit over the phone. I don't know. I hear Monica sigh. I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like that, Yuri. It's just, forget about it. Everyone's alive, and as much as I hate to say it, for some reason I feel like we should just call that a win right now. I don't know what to say. I can't help but think she's right. I can't bear to imagine if we had lost Sayori. Anyways, thanks for having her go.
Don't need the S in anyway.
Hearing Sayori's voice really helped all of us. I know she is specifically referring to MC. Of course. We hang up. I look at Sayori. Did you want something to read? I have a spare book on me. Not right now. I have a lot on my mind. I take out my spare book anyway and set it on the table next to her bed. I noticed her bow is sitting there as well. I'll just leave this here for you in case you change your mind. Thanks. I sit down on the chair next to her bed and pull out the novel I'm currently reading. You don't have to stay here with me. I look up at her in surprise. I don't want you to worry about me. You are my friend. I am going to be concerned for your well-being no matter where I am. If you ask me to leave, I will of course do so. However, I want to be of assistance to you. I don't know what kind of help I can give her even if I am here. I feel a little useless right now. Yay!
This is just like a personal preference, but sometimes whenever a sentence would start with an apostrophe or end with one, I'll just put a space to separate it from like the quotation marks. Just a personal recommendation.
She lays back on the bed and closes her eyes. She isn't sleeping or even trying to. I wonder what is going through her mind right now. I admit I'm hardly able to focus on my book right now, which isn't something that happens to me very often. We're both a bit startled when a doctor comes in the room.
It's Sayori, is it?
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Busman. I'm here to talk to you about what happened this morning.
Sarah grabs my hand and holds it tight. I give her a comforting squeeze to let her know she's not alone.
I understand if you're nervous, but I'm just here to help determine how we can prevent something like this from ever happening again. Is this your sister?
A friend.
Okay, I'm going to need to ask you some very personal questions, though. It might be best if she waits outside.
Sarah just grips my hand even tighter and gives a little shake of her head. I smile inwardly. I'm not useless after all.
Alright, if you think it will make you more comfortable. So first of all... Yay, Sayori didn't die! June, year 1. So, I guess this must be a time skip then.
Whoa, it's time to party!
Someone is certainly excited to graduate.
Oh yeah! She does seem more outgoing than usual. Did you sneak in another bottle of wine, Yuri?
Man.
Please tell me you didn't. I can't help but fiddle with my hair. I didn't. I turn away and blush. Ever since Monica caught me bringing in a single bottle of wine to a clubmate the one time, I'm never going to live that down, am I?
Nope, never! Careful, Natsuki, or someone might remember your involvement in the Happy Pig incident.
Are you sure you want to bring that up, Meredith Caleb? Learning MC's real name had been a surprise to us. I see why he hates it and always goes by MC as much as he can. Okay, everyone. We're here to have fun, not fight. And we all sort of never speak of that again. That's right, so put that book away, Yuri. But this is how I have fun. I can see them all looking at me. I sigh and put my novel back into my purse. As I do, I see the knife I brought today. It reminds me of when I cut down Sayori, and my mind wanders to everything that's happened since then. Sayori now takes antidepressants, and while she still sometimes has rainy days, she hasn't tried to harm herself like that again. I also haven't cut myself since then either.
Oh, wanted to mention. You should probably put the comma inside the quotations. I'm pretty sure that's grammatically correct. Or at least it looks better, in my opinion.
I also haven't cut myself since then either. Sayori and MC started dating and have been practically inseparable.
And now I'm drawing a blank on whether this is supposed to be an A and inseparable or not.
I don't spend as much time with her now because of it. Since she and MC are always together, I end up feeling like a third wheel when I'm with them. I think Sayori knows it too, since she keeps suggesting we go on double dates together. However, no one has ever asked me out. And while there are a couple guys that I am interested in, I don't have the courage to confess my feelings to them. Fortunately, I have my books as always, and...
Earth to Yuri!
I'm jolted out of my musings by Natsuki giving my arm a playful shove. Looking around, I see that Sayori and MC are cuddling and whispering to each other while Monica is doing something in the closet. Sorry, I was just thinking.
Well, I was trying to ask you if you'd read the latest volume of Parfait Girls yet or not. I'm curious on what you thought about the changes they made to Minori's characterization.
Natsuki had managed to convince me to start reading a manga called Parfait Girls a few months ago. While I still prefer fantasy and horror novels, I admit the story has caught my interest more than I thought it would. And it has given Natsuki and I something to discuss together during club meetings. No, I haven't. It only came out a couple days ago. I figured I would just borrow your copy when you're done reading it like usual. While I do enjoy reading Parfait Girls, it isn't something I collect like Natsuki does.
Oh, sure. Oh, you can keep it. You can have all of it if you want.
I'm surprised and a little concerned to hear this from her. She has always been quite protective of her books. When I first started borrowing them, she always made them quite a fuss to make certain I would take care of them properly. Natsuki?
Come on.
Natsuki pulls me over to the closet.
Oh God, I was just about to remind you not to not forget to take your possessions when you leave. Since this is our last meeting, anything left here will either be thrown out or donated. Especially since there won't be any members next school year. So the club is being disbanded.
I'm saddened to hear this, but I realize there's no other choice. With all 5 of us graduating, there won't be anyone to take over when I leave. Even if another group of students start up a new literature club someday, it won't have any continuity with this one. That makes it even more important to not leave anything behind.
Boop, this can be one word. Someday.
Yes, my D-set, of course, and I suddenly put 2 and 2 together and look at Natsuki. Where are you going to keep your manga?
Like I said, you can have all of it if you want. I still can't take it home, so whatever you guys don't want, I'll donate to the library or something. Natsuki. My dad's right. It's stupid, childish, and it's long past time I grew out of it. Apostrophe. Graduation is as good of a time as any.
I feel my anger begin to rise. No! I hear gasps of startlement across the room from Sayori and MC. As you have told me many times since joining the club, manga is literature. It is neither stupid nor childish, especially the kind you read.
Yuri?
And I am not going to let a friend of mine simply throw away something I know they care about so much.
I appreciate the thought, but you'll never convince my dad.
I don't intend to. I will take your manga home and store it for you. Not to keep, just to hold on to until you can take it back.
Which will never happen. No, Yuri's right. We're graduating high school. We'll all be leaving for college or getting jobs and moving out soon.
And when you do, you can take your manga back then. Natsuki gets real quiet.
I know sometimes people say real whenever they're like describing, but it's like just a shortened version of really. And I feel like in Yuri's inner monologue, she would think really. Natsuki gets really quiet.
After thinking for a bit, she walks over to her desk and sits down in it.
Sayori? Sayori said, Natsuki, you guys have everything figured out, don't you?
You mean about your manga? I was just trying to be helpful. Natsuki shakes her head.
I'm not talking about my manga, though I appreciate you offering to hold on to it for me. That's a good idea. I just realized you all have plans for what you're going to do with the rest of your lives, and I don't. Yuri and Monica are going off to college. Sayori and MC are... What I'm trying to say is that I've spent my entire time here learning useless facts. Like what the primary export of some name is done is.
I get it. It's a pun.
It's oil, right?
Yes, it is.
That's my point. Who cares about that? You know, just forget about it. We're here to have fun together. I don't mean to be a party pooper. I'm just gonna go get my stuff out of the closet real quick.
See, for her, it's, like, natural to say it like that.
Natsuki gets up and walks back to the closet. Monica starts to follow her, but I catch her arm and shake my head and no at her. I follow Natsuki. I thought it would help you since I'll be taking your manga home with me.
Oh, thanks.
Together we start pulling down the boxes and stacking them up outside the closet door. Each box is heavy enough by itself. I'm not certain how I will get all 5 of them home. It's scary, isn't it?
Huh?
It's scary to be forced into the real world without any sort of plan.
Yeah, I never really thought too much about it until now. But my dad can't afford to pay for college. Between my grades and extracurriculars, I don't qualify for a scholarship. I love being in a literature club with you guys, but it's not like debate or one of the athletic teams that can help you with stuff like that.
I know. It's why I'm not going to college either. Natsuki just looks at me in confusion.
But you're so smart.
I sigh.
Was Natsuki supposed to say that instead of Monica?
I come across that way because I am well read, but I am nowhere near being a star student. Sayori has a higher GPA than I do. That should be Dan as well. Also, I find this hard to believe.
I had no idea.
Monica's the only one of us that I've heard has made definite plans. I know she's sent in at least a couple college applications. I don't think Sayori and MC have any plans either.
Oh, they have plans.
I look at Natsuki questioningly. She and Sayori do more social activities together, so I suppose she would know more about Sayori's goals than I do. Another Dan, please.
Forget I said anything. It's not like they're gonna get married or something. So you really don't have any plans for what you're going to do now that you've graduated?
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I also have been struggling to figure things out. My current plan is to get a job and start taking courses at the community college. Though even with that, I don't have a specific goal or degree in mind. Unlike your skill of baking, my skill of quickly reading novels isn't particularly useful in a resume or applicable to a college degree. Well, unless I decide to become an English teacher or something.
Is English usually capitalized when it's for a language? I think it is.
But hopefully I'll be able to figure out a career path while working through some general courses.
That's not a bad idea, going to community college. I guess that's what I'll probably do too. Although it means I'll have to keep living at home with my dad for who knows how long.
I will keep your manga safe for as long as necessary.
Thanks. You've been a good friend to me.
I look at her questioningly. Ben, I thought all of us would stay friends. For life.
Yeah, you're right. Of course we're going to stay friends.
I smile at her.
That's all my manga. Did you remember to get your tea set?
No, I didn't. Thank you for reminding me. As I collect my tea set, I notice a familiar wrapped cupcake tray sitting near it. I can't see clearly through the wrapping, but I can tell there are cupcakes inside. Natsuki. I point towards the tray. Natsuki puts her finger to her mouth and whispers.
Don't say anything, especially to Sayori. They're meant to be a surprise.
Should I make some tea to go along with them? Natsuki looks towards the clock, then she looks towards the others.
Actually, that's a good idea. Say you really want to make tea for everyone one last time, it will be the perfect excuse to put the desks together.
I fiddle with my hair while thinking. It's not like Natsuki to be so tight-lipped about bringing cupcakes. You want a hyphen to connect these two. But she obviously has something special planned, and I don't want to disappoint her. I nod and collect my tea set. I'll be right back. I lift up the teapot to show why I'm leaving.
You're going to make tea? I guess if you really want a cup.
Hey, a cup of tea would be great for a final toast. Can you help me push the desks together, sweetie?
Sure.
When I return with the water, I see that the desks have been put together. I begin heating the water and choose a simple black tea. Once the tea is ready, I set out 5 cups and carefully pour it.
Thank you, Yuri.
I give her a slight bow.
Natsuki?
Natsuki pokes her head out of the closet and sees what's going on.
Oh, now? Yeah, I'm done in here except for one last thing.
Natsuki walks over towards us. I'm a little surprised to see she isn't carrying the cupcake tray. I assumed now was the time she would have brought them out.
The last box is too high up for me and I can't reach it myself. Can you get it for me, MC?
Monica and I give each other a questioning look. She knows it is not at all like Natsuki to ask for help because something is too high. I know that she has no boxes left in the closet right now. It has to be the cupcakes, but why MC?
Not a problem.
I'll help.
Sayori starts to stand up and Natsuki pushes her back down.
Oh, no you don't. You and him alone in the closet together? I don't think so. What? Do you really think we in the closet? I don't know. You two have been pretty serious. I mean, right here.
I think Natsuki broke Sayori's brain with her sheer embarrassment. Even I feel uncomfortable when I'm not really part of the conversation. Fortunately, we're safe by MC returning with the unwrapped tray of cupcakes. My eyes grow wide as I see their sign.
Cupcakes!
Sayori obviously didn't take a good look at them, as she immediately grabs two on the end and practically inhales them. Sayori.
You might want to take a closer look at those cupcakes before eating them. Huh?
Sayori takes a look at the tray and notices the lettering on the surviving cupcakes.
More me?
She finally puts it together and looks to MC.
Wait, are you?
MC nervously grins and pulls a ring out of his pocket. Sayori just walks up to MC with her left hand out and lets him slide onto her ring finger. Dear God, I'm ruining this wonderful moment.
Of course I'll marry you.
We all clap and cheer for them as Sayori pulls MC into a lip lock.
I was only joking about the closet, but... Okay, you two, cut it out before I go and get a squirt bottle. Sorry.
We're all very happy for you both.
Thanks, Natsuki. You did a great job on the cupcakes. And I really appreciate how well you kept the surprise. You can either capitalize this or put a ... before it, but don't leave it lowercase.
Yuri almost spilled the beans by accident, but it worked out.
I blush. I didn't mean to stumble across the cupcakes, or had I known what the plan was, I would have kept their secret. I would have enjoyed helping them.
Sayori!
I'm startled out of my thoughts.
Save some for the rest of us!
Looking down, I see yet another cupcake is missing. I never even saw her take it, much less eat it. The rest of us take one of the 4 remaining cupcakes. Mine happens to be the one with the A on it. While the frosting is a little too sweet for my taste, the cake portion is divine. Natsuki is without a doubt the best baker I know.
MC said something about a toast earlier, so a happy couple.
We all lift our cups together to calls of here, here, then take a drink.
Again, you can put the comma before the quotation and it'll probably look a little better.
I nervously stand up and hold up my cup. And to lasting friendships. I feel awkward as the mood turns somber. Monica stands up and raises her cup.
Yes, no matter how the gulfs of time and distance may separate us and the paths our lives will take, may the friendships we've made together in this club last forever.
To lasting friendships. September, year 2. Gosh, is every chapter going to be a year? Because, I was reading the little post for the description, and it said there were, 6 chapters in this demo, and there are apparently going to be 40 in the whole thing, so that's, a lot of years, but I guess we'll see.
Bye, hon!
Have fun!
Oh yeah, girls' night out! There's need an apostrophe here, too, for possession!
But it's not even noon yet.
Yuri, it's your 20th birthday! Lighten up, have some fun!
I can't believe you two confiscated my book, along with my spare.
Come on, guys! We haven't had the chance to just hang out together like this in months! I don't want to waste it bickering at each other. And we all agreed to go out for lunch, not watch you read, Yuri.
Sorry. We start walking towards downtown.
So, how's it feel to be married? Still getting used to having antagonist as a last name.
God damn it.
I am impressed that the two of you are already moved out living on your own. Even with your combined incomes, I would think it would be difficult to afford to do that.
Yeah, fortunately, MC was able to get a decent job through his dad. But we still need my stupid minimum wage job just to make ends meet.
None of us are doing particularly well with jobs right now. I'm currently working at my favorite bookstore. I was such a regular they quickly hired me after I applied. Natsuki is working as a cashier at a grocery store. Sayori is a greeter at one of those big we sell everything stores. They're all dead-end minimum wage jobs, but they're better than nothing.
And boy, is that ever true of dead-end jobs.
I'm still living at home with my parents. The money I saved from my job the past year is being spent on night classes that I just started. I still have no real clue as to what I want to do. I'm just taking general credit courses. Natsuki is also still living with her dad. I haven't heard if she plans to move out or is attending community college yet. Zero and MC, of course, are just trying to get by living on their own together. While I am happy for them, I do worry a bit about their long-term plans if they even have any. Monica left to attend a very nice college out of state just a couple months after graduation. Besides the occasional phone call or text, I haven't heard much from her.
Okay, Sayori, I just gotta know. How long until the pat her little feet?
Natsuki.
What? I thought you had a bun in the oven when you got engaged, and I kept my mouth shut then. In hindsight, I was obviously wrong, but now that you've been married a couple months, I want to know. We've talked about it, of course, but we're planning on waiting until we're more financially secure before we start having kids. Well, better make it a good plan. One of my aunts has said the same thing, and her son was born less than a year later. Other than.
She playfully nudges Sayori in the ribs. Sayori tries to keep a straight face, but soon breaks into a laugh.